Okay, I need us to stop and talk about this Facebook group for a second. So the name of this group is Christians Against the Little Mermaid, and there are almost 10,000 members in this group. And strangely enough, their one rule they have in this group is no racism. And it says, if you feel the need to act, keep it to a happy medium. I'm sorry, what is happy medium racism? Can someone explain that to me? What is that? Now, let me show you some of the things that are being posted in this group. Jeff Stack posted, sorry, but I just can't allow my children to watch this. And proceeded to share this meme complete with a piece of fried chicken as her seashell locket and a piece of watermelon as the rock. Someone else shared, only problem with the Black Little Mermaid, Ariel knew her father. Here's another one that someone shared. Here's another one that somebody shared. One woman posted herself in blackface saying, I'm gearing up for the Little Mermaid. What are you doing? Natalie Parker wrote, this new Ariel gonna be hiding fried chicken and macaroni salad in her trove, huh? Like, really? And if you go over to YouTube and look up the trailer for the Little Mermaid, there are over 1.6 million dislikes. 1.6 million dislikes and just over 500,000 likes. The fact that people are so angry that Disney casted a beautiful Black woman to play the part of Ariel is very eye-opening. If you are one of those people who is angry about this decision that Disney has made, I highly recommend that you take a step back, do some self-reflection, and seek some help.
Hey everyone, hope you're doing well, because I'm fucking livid. I'm just, every fucking day, there's just something else that just shows how, like, I can't even call it, like, demonically possessed at this point. Demons are too fucking afraid to possess humans at this point, because this is just fucking insanity. I've been holding off on commenting on this fucking Little Mermaid debacle for quite a while now, because I didn't think, I saw it becoming somewhat of an issue, but like this, you saw the video for yourself. This, it's a fucking mermaid. It's a literal fucking fictional mermaid. Like, you have grown men talking about mermaid science. Fucking mermaid science, and how scientifically it wouldn't make sense for a mermaid to have dark skin. She should be a skeletal. Like, what the fuck are we talking about at this point? Mermaid science? You know, it's often so referenced how women have been subject to this Disney fairy tale princess programming, but a lot of men, and this is, I'm so glad this happened, because clearly a lot of men suffer from that same fucking complex as well. People went so far as to form a fucking Christian hate group about the Little Mermaid being black? You got to be kidding me. This has all the markings of a fucking Russian psyop, honestly. If anything is a Russian psyop, this has to be it. I would like to believe that, but deep inside, I know this is how a lot of people fucking feel. This is how, this is the end result of a fucking breeder mentality. And one thing I've realized is that the breeder mentality breeds one thing incredibly well, and that is hate. Hatred. It's hatred. There's so many people that are simply driven by hatred. They live to hate everything around them. They live to spread their poison to every fucking person around them. For no sensical reason other than they just have an outlet to do so. And this isn't, this isn't even anything to do with children. This is literally fucking adults. Adults who are parents as well, supposedly. These are people supposedly with jobs as well, in professions. Banding together to oh man. they actually made me feel bad for a fucking celebrity. You're making me feel bad. You're making me have sympathy for a celebrity. She did the audition. She won. She got the part. And this is like a permanent, like, literally, and this is the crazy thing. This would turn anybody suicidal. This kind of just demonic reaction, this would turn anyone suicidal. These are the same fucking groups of people. I mean, really, you know, if something, I don't even want it to happen, but like, if she felt that way, what the hell? You know, what who would be like, oh, you know, we should have started, we should have seen it come, like, what do you even say to this, man? You walk around with so many people and they just think like this? Oh yeah, the woke mob is doing it again. Doing what again? You're frothing at the mouth for a fucking fictional ass Disney movie? People have gone so far as to call it a form of white genocide? A fucking Yo, Disney runs the world, man. Disney runs the fucking world. This, I'm sure.
From a scientific perspective, okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. That's what the Little Mermaid should look like. She should be totally pale and skeletal, where you can see her skull through her face.
What you say? That you only meant when.
To have so many fucking grown adults so deeply invested in 90s films like this, Disney runs the fucking world. You can't tell me otherwise. I have not seen anything create this much of a visceral reaction. The closest one was when I think they were going to do, when they were going to put Idris Elba as James Bond, so he'd be like the first black James Bond. I didn't think they did it yet. They did not do it, but people still had that fucking reaction to like, oh, and mind you, they're the same. They're the exact ones speaking out of the fucking side of their necks, saying that race doesn't matter and race shouldn't be involved in anything. And yet you put somebody, so, you know, having a black actor playing a white role shouldn't matter to you, right? No, clearly not, right? This compartmentalized breeder mentality right there. They're the perpetual victims, and they're supposed to be the perpetual fucking victorious ones. In every fucking scene. In every fucking form of media. If every fucking form of media doesn't coddle you and make you feel so important and loved and powerful, every single fucking form of media and music, then it's white genocide. Really? Really? You have to have like literal fucking decomposing worms for brains if that's how you live your life. I don't fucking listen to Katy Perry. I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I don't listen to Lizzo or any of these, like, most fucking artists. But I see that they have a fan base and their fan base likes it. I watched The Little Mermaid, the original one. I watched hella Disney movies. I fucking liked the Powerpuff Girls. I fucking watched Sailor Moon. I don't care. I liked it because I was a child. Right? Whether or not you're a boy or a girl, you probably watched it. If you watched it, you liked it. That's about it. And even now, I still love Cartoon Network, but the quality has dropped dramatically. Like Teen Titans, Ben 10, what else? Like, I think the Justice League, if I'm not mistaken, or some form of the Justice League. Either way, these cartoons back then, the animation style was just so much more immersive, right? Let me say that. Nowadays, everything is just being like printed out, just on a conveyor. It's like some weird formulaic design that's just so like everything's just kiddish, but not even in a kiddish way. It's just like, you know, but whatever, you know, if kids want to watch it, you know, it's for kids. Like, I'm not gonna fucking be that invested in it, you know. If I really want to watch it that badly, I can just go watch the Teen Titans from season 1 to 4 or Ben 10, because they're recorded forever. So what the fuck, you know? Literally, the Little Mermaid is on demand. You can get it from wherever, from Netflix, wherever, right? Grown adults are dragging this woman through the fucking mud. This is how easily it takes to expose how much hatred people have? Is this it? I'm so glad breeders are putting their fucking feelings on full display. I am glad, sincerely. We can see them for the fucking demons that they've become. I'm glad. If this is all it takes to evoke such hatred, I'm sorry to say, but the shit that's coming to America is going to be gruesome. From an outsider, I'm telling you right now, whatever's going to happen in America the next few years is going to be absolutely fucking gruesome. And I don't say that in a happy, joyful fucking kind of way. I have family that live there. And even if I don't have family that live there, I don't want to see people fucking butcher each other. I don't. It's going to happen. This doesn't take a fucking Nostradamus or a fucking fortune teller to tell you. It's going to happen.
Group from 2019 called Christians Against the Little Mermaid, where their about says the real Little Mermaid is white. We cannot change what we have all known and grown up to as children. Forgetting all the children now has come back into the limelight, and here's what they've got to say. Trigger warning for all under the sea. Little Mermaid is going to be black. That's dumb. No black woman ever in history likes getting their Phil Bolton wrote, "Great, now my daughter is crying because her favorite mermaid looks like she's been in the... Here, the Little Mermaid... Yeah, these are the kind of people in that Christian group. This is also from that Christian group, Sea Monkeys. Also in that Christian group, your kind doesn't even know how to swim. How the F you gonna star a mermaid? This is one of the worst ones. The Little Slave.
So I've been avoiding TikTok for a couple of days because ever since my Ariel video, which wasn't even that deep, I was just saying, like, if you guys are mad about Ariel being black, then stop including mythology outside of Europe in your movies. Like, don't use zombies then, right? And this comment really hurt my feelings. Like, I didn't think it would. I keep trying to brush it off, but every time I read it, it makes me want to cry. Like, and I'm not even in the movie. You're telling me, and like, just listen with to the condescension with which this person is speaking to me. What I'm telling you, my dear, which, like, don't call me that. You are the one jumping to the moon for getting scraps. That's a grammatical mistake. From white man's table, like the good little servant you are. This person is basically calling me a slave, like because of a cartoon, because of a cartoon fish woman. You're out just speaking to people like this, and I hate the fact that this makes me sad, but it does. Like, even as an actress, I remember with the whole John Boyega thing, I've always wanted to be an actress and a filmmaker, and I love science fiction and fantasy, specifically fantasy. So I've always wanted to act in those kinds of movies. But when I saw how people treated John Boyega, I'm not even going to lie to you, I almost quit acting because I was scared. Like, I don't want to deal with that kind of bigotry. And now with Ariel again, and now literally, I'm not even in the movie. I'm just like semi-excited about the film, and I'm getting called a servant, like a slave, really? But yeah, like, these are the kinds of comments that people are getting. I hope Hailey Bailey's okay, because I'm not even in the movie and this makes me sad. So I just hope that she's okay.
And once again, people will go through the same fucking... Oh, man. This literally got me so pissed off. It did. This just... and the fact that it's one of these fantasy films, these fictional fantasy films, and yet in the minds of so many fucking breeders, their fantasy films shouldn't include a black person in any context, or at least in a protagonist context. And yet it's a fucking like. I can't imagine how somebody's mind can work like this. And it's so funny how, once again, Christianity is at the root of this bullshit. Especially American Christianity, because American Christianity is just about worshiping fucking whiteness. American Christianity was devised as a means to bypass their own fucking religious laws about enslaving other Christians. To the point where you can bypass divine laws. What does that make you then? Does not make you God as well? It still bugs me to see so many fucking black Christians, man. It really does. You know, the race of Jesus didn't matter. Or the race of Jesus doesn't matter after it's been white for like 500 years. Now it doesn't matter, right? So there's no point in changing it. Fuck your Jesus. You can't tell me people really walk, like they get to adulthood and they say such grotesque things. They think in such grotesque ways and they pass that shit on to their children. And see nothing wrong with it. You know, I hope you're starting to believe why exactly we do live in hell already, right? This is hell. This literally is fucking hell. And I'm pretty sure there's like there's not even 9 circles of hell here. There's probably like 15 or 18 circles of hell on this fucking planet. This has to be like number 3. The reaction to this Black Little Mermaid has to be in like the 3rd circle of hell at least. Like, I saw another video of like this black girl was essentially crying. Or no, she was reacting to a comment about the film, about something she said about the film, and the person was basically saying that she should stay in her place as a slave, and she was like just heartbroken. And you know, all this bullshit of meritocracy and fucking, and you quote Martin Luther King said, "Judge, shut up, just shut up, man." Martin Luther King is still having his character assassinated on behalf, placating fucking Christian breeders. Till now. You know, at least if you're on this side of YouTube, I don't even, this isn't even doomerism I'm preaching right now. It's just what's going to happen. You know, if you could take a camera into 1930s Germany and see how the people were behaving and see what they were saying and see what kind of media they were consuming and all of that, I guarantee you'd be less horrified than the shit you're seeing right now. Because supposedly we know better. We know better, right? This I'd like to believe that it's just being blown out of proportion, but the fact that it even became controversial was already it being blown out of proportion. To have this kind of reaction to it, it's a woke interpretation. Like, they've just seen the trailer. They don't even know, like, wow. So wokeness is just being black now. That's what I see. To be woke is to be black, or just to be non-white, essentially. That's the wokeness. To be woke is to be not straight and not white. That's wokeness. This is the insidiousness of this word woke now. It is so insidious. And fascists are brilliant at doing things like this. This is levels of social engineering that really only work to fuel violence. Violence with no end goal except for violence itself. I'm outraged, so I'm going to act out. That's what this kind of rhetoric fulfills. Stop having kids, please. Stop. That is my solution. That is my first step to this solution. Stop having kids. They don't need to see this. They don't need to be a part of this. White kids don't need to be a part of this. Black kids don't need to see this shit. No kids need to see this shit. Nobody wins in this situation. That's the craziest part about it, is nobody wins. Man, humanity's such a fucking trip. Honestly, it really, oh man. It really shocks me every fucking day.